Good morning, students. The last class we discussed the German unification, Italian unification, and completed the how did France became nation state in 1848 and Germany unified in 1871 and Italy unified in 1761. Our topic is the strange case of Britain. Strange case of Britain. Like its heading, the unification of Britain was a strange case. Unlike German unification and Italian unification, the Britain unification was a strange case. Why did it was a strange case? Before 18th century, there was no Britain. There was no nation state in Britain. But the scholars argued that the British unification was the Britain was a pure model of a state or nation. If so, how did or why did the scholars argue that Britain was a pure model of nation state? Here we can see, unlike the unification of Germany and Italy, it took long years ago to unite. Already German unification, when we studied the German unification, we told Germany took long years. 7 years was a long year compared to us. A long process. But unlike Germany, it was a unification of it took so long years to unify Britain. Okay. So the scholars argued it was a pure model of nation or nation state. Okay, let's discuss why did the scholars argue such a way. Okay, here before 18th century Britain was divided into different regions, that was Scotland, Ireland and England. Okay, before 18th century Britain was divided into Scotland, Ireland and England. Naturally, the inhabitants were the ethnic groups were entirely different from each other. In Scotland, the inhabitants of ethnic people were Scottish people. In Ireland, the ethnic groups inhabited in Ireland was Irish people. Like that, in England, the ethnic people inhabited in England was English people. Okay, from among them, England was more dominant among these three kingdoms. How did England become dominant power during that time? Have you heard of England in any way? Yes, we all know England was the mother of parliamentary form of government. Then Industrial Revolution started in England, and in 1600 English people came India for trade. Such and such many words we heard about England. Okay, among these three, England, Scotland, Ireland, England was most prominent before 18th century. How did it become prominent power? In 1688, in England, till this time you all know England had monarchical structure. During that time, absolute monarchy, you can see absolute monarchy like France, Germany and Italy. During that time, people in England revolted against the monarchy and England became constitutional monarchy. You all know what you mean by constitutional monarchy. Constitutionalism is like a parliamentary form of government. Since 1688, monarch ruled England according to the constitutional provisions. So England became constitutional monarchy. Gradually, they grew in wealth, power, and importance. So England developed as a prominent power among these three islands. Gradually, England began to dominate the nearest Scotland and Ireland. It took long process the Britain. So they argued that it was a pure model of nation state. It was a long process or evolutionary process we can see in the completion of unification of Britain. Okay, here we will discuss two processes of unification. First, the process of unification of Scotland with England. Then the another process was the unification of or addition of Ireland with England. Okay, first we will discuss how Scotland. Here we can see how England and Scotland with the part of unification. Here we already told you the inhabitants lived in the ethnic group in Scotland was Scottish people. The majority of them were Catholics. Catholic, we all know different ethnic groups have their own culture and tradition. They followed their own customs and traditions. In 1707, England declared herself passed an act, and in 1707 that act was Act of Union. Through that Act of Union, Scotland was added to England without her permission. Without the permission of Scotland, England added Scotland in 1707 through an act. That act was known as Act of Union. The special features of Scotland were the ethnic groups were Scottish people. The majority of them were Catholic people. The Catholics had their own customs and tradition. In English people, in England and Scotland. In England, they lived a ethnic group. They were Protestants. Here, Scotland, we can see Catholics. So the majority Protestants dominated the Catholic people of Scotland, and in 1707 the England forcefully added Scotland. It means without the permission of Scotland, England added Scotland in 1707 to an Act of Union. As a result, what happened? England imposed the English language and the dominant English culture on Scottish people. As a result, and the Scottish Highlands people forbidden to speak their language Gaelic. Then prevent to wear their national dress. The Scottish people have their own national dress. To wear national dress, England prevent the Scottish people, and their language was Gaelic. So it was forbidden in England to speak Gaelic language, only use English language. So all English domination, all culture, language and tradition imposed on Scotland people of Scotland, or the Scottish people. As a result, what was the result of the domination of England on Scotland? As a result of opposition or addition, the Scottish people was prevented by speaking Gaelic language and to wear their national dress, and forcefully added with England. Then the dominant English culture imposed on Scottish people. That was the result of the unification of Scotland with England. Then of Scotland with England, we should memorize. We should remember. Here, after 1707, the Britain was known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. Okay, before that, it was only England, Scotland, and Ireland. That was three regions or three islands. This among three, one of island was remains Welsh. But about Welsh here, did not mention about Welsh. So we ignore about Wales. Here we will learn about Scotland, Ireland and England only. Okay. As a process of unification, we studied first the process of unification of Scotland with England. Okay. Do you remember what I say? We already told you England was divided into three kingdoms: Scotland, Ireland, and England. Hmm? First, among the three kingdoms or three islands, England was most prominent. Hmm? How did England became most prominent? After the glorious revolution of 1688, England became parliamentary form of government. Hmm? Already England was a mother of parliament, known as mother of parliament. Hmm? As a result of this parliamentary form of government, England gradually grew in her power, wealth, and importance. Hmm? Then she tried to capture other islands like Scotland and Ireland. First process of unification was unification of Scotland with England. Okay, we should remember the process of Scotland with England was first one. The Scotland ethnic groups of Scotland were Scottish people. Majority of them were Catholics. They had their own customs and traditions. They spoke Gaelic language and they were their national dress. Okay. After the addition of Scotland with England in 1707 through an Act of Union, in Britain, Act of Union in 1707, the Scotland people forbidden to avoid or forbidden from speaking Gaelic language and wearing their national dress. And after 1707, England was known as, or England and Scotland together known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. Okay, that was the process of unification. First stage of process of unification. Okay, after 1707, Scotland was added with England. Then they together known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. Okay. Then we will discuss second process. Second process was possession of Ireland. Okay. Like similar cases we can see in the case of Ireland and England. Here similar differences also. What were the differences? In Scotland, there lived an ethnic group, Scottish people. Here in Ireland, inhabitants were Irish people. Irish, Scottish, it is like in India, the people lived in India were Indians, like that. Ireland, the people were Irish. Here, the two categories of people lived in there: Catholics and Protestants. Catholics and Protestants. Here, majority were Catholics in Ireland, and Protestants were minority group in Ireland. So, here the Catholics dominated the Protestant people during that time, before 18th century. Then England began to unify Ireland with England. England was also a land of Protestants. Naturally, what happened? The Protestant England supported the Protestant of Ireland. So the Protestants of England and the Protestants of Ireland together revolt against or conflict between Catholics, and they win. The Protestants of England and Protestants of Ireland got victory, and the Catholics were defeated by both the Protestants. Okay. As a result, Ireland was possessed by Britain and or England and added with England. The unification process was completed in 1801. Here we can see the Catholics leader Wolfstone conducted revolution against England and the Protestants of Ireland. Wolfstone and his United Irishmen started revolt against the Protestants of England and the Protestants of Ireland. What happened as a result? They together defeated by the revolution under the leadership of Wolfgang. The revolution failed in 1789. 1789. So here we can see the process was started in 1707. When did the process of unification of England started? 1707 through an Act of Union. Through that act, Scotland was added with England. The process ended in 1801. About 100 years to complete the unification of Britain. So historians argued that it was a long process than Germany, Italy and France. So the historians or scholars argued that it was a pure model of nation or nation state. So they chose Britain as a pure nation state. Okay, pure model of nation state. Here we discussed the two processes of unification. First, England added Scotland. Then second process, England added Ireland. Okay, this process there were so many dates and years you should remember. Then what were the process? What were the ethnic groups inhabited in 3 regions, etc. Okay, let's revise. Here we should remember these 3 years. What happened in 1707? 1707, the English passed an act, that was Act of Union. What happened to this Act of Union? To this Act of Union, England added Scotland with England without the permission of Scotland. Okay. In 1798, in Ireland, Wolfgang and his United Irishmen conducted revolt against England. But this revolution was failure because of the Protestants of England and the Protestants of Irish together defeated the minority Catholics in Irish. Already in Irish, Catholics are majority, but they were together in revolution, they became minority. Okay. In 1801, Ireland was added to England. This was the importance of year of 1707, 1798 and 1801. Okay, in 1707, England passed an act, that was Act of Union. Through this Act of Union, Scotland was added to England. Then 1798, under the leadership of Wolfe-Tone, conducted a revolution in Ireland against England, but this revolution was failed. As a result, in 1801, Ireland was added to England. Okay. As a result of possession of Scotland and Ireland, they were compelled to follow the national flag of England. The national flag of England was known as Union Jack. Then they also compelled to follow the national anthem of Britain, starting with the God Save Noble King. You all know England was the political system of England was monarchy. Till this time they following same political system. But with the monarchy, they also followed a parliamentary form of government. Okay. In England, the king was compare our president of India. Okay. Then the most powerful body was parliament, like Indian parliament. Okay. Here we have a prime minister. Prime minister is the real executive and the president is nominal executive. President. Then like that in England or Britain, they followed monarchy. But monarchy are following they followed constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy means with a parliamentary form of government. Here, their monarchy was like Indian president, like nominal executive only, but there is a strong, powerful parliamentary form of government. Okay, the national anthem of Britain was starting God Save Noble King. Here, the monarchy here we can see the importance of monarchy in England. Like our national anthem Janagana Mana, they follow or compelled to forcefully impose the national anthem and the national flag on the Scottish people and the Ireland people. And because among the three islands, England was most dominant. The subordinate, we can see the subordinate position, only subordinate position in Scotland and Ireland. So they could not react against the rules and regulations of England. Not only they imposed the national flag and the national anthem to Scotland and Ireland, but also they forbidden to follow their national dress, their language, customs and traditions. The English people imposed not only the language and forbidden the dress, but also they imposed the language and the English culture on Scotland and Irish people. Okay. Okay, let's revise what I taught today. Okay, we start with the unification of Britain. The heading was, the topic was the strange case of Britain. What was the topic? The strange case of Britain. It is from this topic there was most important questions are you can expect most important questions 1 mark questions, 3 mark questions and 5 mark questions. Sometimes here we can there is a chance to ask the unification of Britain is a strange case. Why? Like the heading, I already told you, the unification of Britain was a strange process. Unlike Germany and Italy, it took long years to unify Britain. I already told you the unification of Britain had two processes. First process was the possession of Scotland, and the second process was the possession of Ireland. And we already told you in the case of Britain, before 18th century, there was no nation state. Britain was divided into three kingdoms or three islands. They were England, Scotland and Ireland. From among these three islands, England had a prominent position. Why did England got prominent position than Scotland and Ireland? Since 1688, through the Glorious Revolution, England became a parliamentary form of government. Gradually, they grew in their power, wealth, and importance. These 3 points you should remember. After 1688, England became a parliamentary form of government, and they gradually grew in power, wealth, and importance. Important position among Scotland, Ireland, England was England. Okay. So the England slowly began to possess England, Scotland and Ireland. First in 1707, without the permission of Scotland, through an act of union, England captured or added Scotland with England. So what did they naturally they revolt against England. But the dominant position or in any old field, England was dominant position. So Britain or England sympathetically suppressed the feelings of Scottish people. As a result, the English culture imposed on Scottish people. The ethnic group of Scottish were more than Catholics. The more than people, inhabitants of England were Protestants. So the majority Protestants ruled over the minority Catholics of Scotland people. As a result of oppression, the reactionaries or the revolutionaries were exiled from their homeland. Like from the Scotland, there were so many people exiled because of the suppression of English people. As a result, they forcefully accepted the rules and regulations of English people. So this date was related with the Scotland. We already told you, without the permission of Scotland, England added Scotland to an act. That act was known as Act of Union. Through this Act of Union in 1707, England added Scotland. That was the first process. Okay. Second process, England began to add Ireland with England. That was the second process. Okay, before that, through 1707 Act of Union, England added Scotland. After added Scotland, England was known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. United Kingdom of Great Britain. So, we can see after the first process, England was known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. England and Scotland together known as United Kingdom of Great Britain. Then second procedure started. What was the second procedure? The domination over Ireland by English, or the United Kingdom of Great Britain began to impose their rule on Ireland also. We already told you the people inhabitants in Ireland was known as Irish people. Irish people were Catholics and Protestants. In England, we also already discussed in England inhabitants were Protestants. So the inhabitants of England Protestants helped the Protestants of Ireland, and they together revolt against the majority Catholics in Ireland. Finally, they got victory by defeating the Catholics in Ireland. In 1798, under the leadership of Wolfe-Tone conducted a revolution against England, but the revolution was sympathetically failed, and in 1801, as a result of failure of revolt, 1801, Ireland was also added with England. After adding Ireland with England, the process of unification was completed. Okay. As a result, what happened in England, in Scotland and Ireland was compelled to follow the English traditions and customs by overthrowing or driven out their basic language or their mother tongue and their culture, tradition. All things were forced to driven out from Scotland and Ireland, and they forcefully accepted the British or the English rules and regulations, customs, traditions, etc. Okay, as a result, they accepted the national flag, that was Union Jack, and they also accepted the national anthem of English people. What was the national anthem of English people? God save the noble king. National anthem they accepted. Moreover, in all means British culture and domination imposed on Scotland and Ireland. Thus, the unification of Britain was completed through long years. Here, from the year starting in 1707 and ending in 1801, about 100 years or near 100 years took Britain to unify their territory. So, the scholars argued that it was a long process of unification. So, they took Britain as a model of nation state. Okay? Do you understand the process, the two processes of unification? Okay, here you should remember the year. Here in the year of 1688, what happened in England? Glorious Revolution. After Glorious Revolution, England became parliamentary form of government. Then in the year 1707, what happened? 1707, England possessed Scotland and added with England. Okay. Then what happened in 1798? The revolution oppressed by England in Ireland. That was 1790. Then finally 18 of what happened? Ireland was also added with England. That was the year. Okay. As a result of revolution, also as a result of England dominated Scotland and Ireland, what happened? The United Kingdom formed. The United Kingdom of Great Britain formed. Okay. Now we all know what were the regions included in Great Britain. What were the regions? They were the islands of Scotland, Ireland and England. Okay. Then the process of acquisition of Scotland is one process. The process of acquisition of Ireland was second process. Okay. Then as a result of possession, what happened in Scotland and Ireland? The English people sympathetically oppressed the reactions of Scotland and Ireland. Then a similar process were carried out in Scotland and Ireland. What happened after the possession? The English culture and domination imposed on Scotland and Ireland. Then they forcefully accepted the national anthem and the national flag of England. Okay. Okay, I hope that you understood the unification of Britain. Then another important matter, here is a important question. Why did scholar argue it was a pure model of nation state? Britain is a pure model of nation state. Then another, the unification of Britain is 5-mark question. Okay, why did scholars argue the Britain is a model of nation state? That was sometimes asked 5-mark question and 3-mark question. Then processes, Scotland, the process of Scotland, sometimes asked for 3 marks. Then the process of Ireland will ask for 3-mark question. The unification of Britain, entire unification was asked for 5-mark question. Okay, so you should remember the dates, process and the changes very clearly. Okay, we will meet another topic with another class. Okay, goodbye.